Hello and welcome to Warcraft Daily for today, the 16th of July 2013. Now today's news is pretty damn awesome. So we have the Proving Grounds, Tier 16 Monk Gear, Timeless Isles items, which are pretty cool, and a new mount, which is called the Stormcrow. So the first thing we have is the Proving Grounds. Now this is a new feature in patch 5.4 that is designed to help out new players. Pretty much it gives you sort of spec-specific challenges, so healing, DPS, and tanking. Now, I've got a few rough runs up on the channel, and they are pretty rough, but I do think this is a fantastic addition to the game, and I'm really pretty stoked about it. Now, some details. So, items are scaled down to 463, but gems don't seem to be, and MMO Champion is reporting that set bonuses do not work. I didn't really check that myself. Now, I was able to use food and flasks, but not potions, and I have no idea if this will be changed. You also get full raid buffs, which is pretty nice, and it does a good job of simulating a raid environment. Now, if you want to get in here, what you want to do is talk to either your class trainer or go to the Temple of the White Tiger in Kunlai Jigger thing. And, yeah, in the PTR, you just go to an NPC beside Flascator in your Vale city, and that will take you there. So overall, this is an awesome feature. It should really do a very good job of getting people, moving them up from LFR and into flex rating, and I really think that's something Blizzard wants to do, is promote flex rating and make it be the ICC 10 that we really haven't had since ICC 10 came about, so I think that will be really, really awesome, and yeah, I'm just really full of positivity about this new feature. Now the new thing is Tier 16 Monk. So the Tier 16 Monk gear is partially out, we only have one recolor, and the model doesn't look great, and I sort of suspect that's not fully finished, although my initial impression is, wow, that's extremely boring. It's not horrific, but it's not interesting, so I don't know, perhaps they'll change it, perhaps they won't. And the next thing is the Timeless Isles. Quite a few things have been added, and it's all actually pretty interesting. There's good stuff. So new items have been added that reference the Isle. There are Timeless Isle armor caches. Now there's one for each armor type, and the way this works is that when you right click on them, they give you a piece of loot which is appropriate to your loot specialization. That's the thing you choose in your UI. It's item level 496. This makes me think that it's probably equivalent to the latent Warcraft gear. Now, since it's on an armor cache, this means, this is interesting. Does it mean that I get it as a world drop, like the latent Warcraft armor, or does it mean that the timeless coins, which are the currency for the island, can be like swapped in for a weapon cache? I think it's probably most likely a bit of both, just like it was with Battlefield Barons. I think this is a really nice feature, and it's always good to be able to help people gear up their alts. And 496 gear is actually pretty good, so that's nice. No word on what model it uses, and if they'll be trying to sort of introduce an older model back into the thing. After all, it is called the Timeless Isles, and it would be nice for those of us who like transmog. Now, the other thing they added is the pouch of Timeless Coins. Now, it's really just a pouch full of the Timeless Coins, which is the currency, and I suspect that this is a reward for like a weekly quest or some sort of thing like that, although we can't be sure. Now, finally, they've added a whole bunch of new trinkets. These are item level 535, so that's, I think, just around like LFR Flex, something like that. I think it's Flex level, and these are named after the Celestial World bosses. Now, my own little theory about this is that when you kill one of the Celestial bosses, you get a quest, just like it was with the Sha of Anger, or was it the Sha of Fear? Whichever Sha it was. And you can turn that in for a trinket. Perhaps that's it, perhaps not, but these do look like a nice sort of free little trinket that will help get your item level up and get you into raiding. Overall, the Timeless Isles is shaping up to be really interesting, and it's looking like it will have plenty of fun rewards. So, yeah, hopefully it'll be like the Battlefield Barons, but with more substance, more rewards, more awesome, and just in general, better. Now the next thing we have is Stormcrow. And this is going to be a quick little section of the show because there's not really much to talk about. Essentially, he's the Raven Lord from the Burning Crusade, but he flies. He flies and he's covered in lightning and storms. Now, if you're not a shaman and you're like riding this mount, you're going to get electrocuted horribly, but at least you will do so in style because it looks very cool. Now, I'll bring you an in-game video as soon as I can on this, but until then, really, there's WoW model viewer stuff, and that's really about all I can show you. So that's it for today's show as far as news goes. As far as the channel goes, I'm actually pretty happy. There's quite a lot of good things coming out. I had weird view drops over the weekend, pretty much from the 12th of July onwards. It's getting better though, so that's probably a strange little glitch. I'm now advertising on The Morning Stream, which is a really, really fantastic podcast. It's actually my favourite podcast, and it's by the people who you may know as doing The Instance. The Instance is pretty much the biggest WoW podcast out there. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that, and to anyone who is listening from there, hello, how are you? Really, as far as channel things, that's pretty much all I have to say. I would encourage you to check out my Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Bellular, Bellular, because it's the internet and stupid names are acceptable. I've been streaming some Civ there, and I've actually been having a really great time, so I think you might enjoy watching that. And that's it. Thank you for watching. If you want to hit that like button, I would really appreciate it. It helps out a lot. And of course, subscribe, the usual stuff. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.